As we begin to think about our 2020-21 academic year and looking forward and assess all that we've been through in the past, it really reminds me that whether it was personally or professionally, sometimes the most difficult adversities, we had the opportunity to have amazing growth and to really go forward in ways that maybe we had never considered. And that being the case, I thought that the way that we could have our State of the University discussion could be by using the acronym GROW. And the four words that I have in mind as we talk about GROW, the first is gratitude, the second is reassurance, the third is opportunity, and the fourth, the W, is work together. We've had a committee, one person from every one of the 14 universities, led by Colonel Faison, who is a retired Navy head of all the medical operations in the United States Navy. He happens to work at Cleveland State, and he was the head of our committee, and Julie Gentile, our director of occupational environmental health and safety here at YSU, was our committee member, and someone from every one of the universities have put together some safe return to campus protocols. And we can reassure you that we're going to follow every one of those. We're going to make sure that we have created a very, very safe environment for all of you to come back to work here and come back to study here. We also can reassure one another that each and every one of us are going to follow the Penguin Pledge. And the Penguin Pledge, that we pledge to take care of ourselves, that we're going to make sure we watch out for our own safety and our own health, that we pledge to protect others, that we're going to keep in mind that it's not just our health and safety that's important, it's every other person on this campus, that we pledge to protect the YSU campus, that we're going to keep in mind that when I'm going into class, I'm going to clean up my area, and when I'm done in class, I'm going to clean up my area, and we're going to make sure that we take care of one another from that social distancing and wear our masks and all the rest, but we're going to pledge to take care of the YSU campus. We also want to reassure you that we're going to have less density on the campus. The classrooms will obviously have less people in them. They'll be socially distanced and you'll be spread apart. We'll be somewhere 50% or less capacity in all of our classrooms so that we can keep that social distancing. The buildings themselves will have less density. The residence halls, we've thinned them out a little bit to have less density. We want to make sure that gatherings are less dense. We'll say to you many, many times that we're so excited to be back, but we also know that it's not going to be back exactly the way that it's always been. And we're going to keep reminding ourselves for however long that we've got to keep those gatherings smaller, whether it be in the residence halls or at the Edge or at the Enclave or Campus Lofts or the Flats or Kilcawley Center or the library or wherever you happen to be. We've got to keep those gatherings. And so we're going to reassure one another that we're going to follow that protocol. You know, it's no fun wearing those masks. It's no fun staying so far apart from one another. It's not as much fun being in as much remote education as we're in. There's a lot of things that aren't that much fun. That's the reality of it. But we've got to make sure that every single one of us on this campus has an unwavering belief that we are going to get through this pandemic. We don't know when it's going to be, so we don't want to put any unrealistic timelines on it. But we're going to get through this. And what we learn and how we grow during this time that we get through this is going to make us so extraordinary. It's going to make us so great. And that we're going to confront the reality of the challenges, and that we're going to handle those challenges day by day, person by person, decision by decision, so that we can end up being great.
For over a century, Farmers National Bank has stood strong. Through booms and busts, peaks and valleys, we've learned to know the seasons and how to grow in each of them. During challenging times, everyone is reminded of the value of solid relationships in both life and business. Farmers, stand strong.